of Islam teaches us to be like this. The very first word that was revealed the very first word of the Holy Quran that was revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was Iqra. So again, Allah builds upon this idea of the tablet and the pen, and then says, Iqra, read, and read in the name of thy Lord who created you. That doesn't just mean read the Quran, although of course we should, you know. But when we've been reading the Quran, we should read some science, read some geography, read some mathematics, and then use what we've learned for the benefit of mankind. And by doing so, this is a great sadaqah. If we use, let's say we learn medicine, and then we use this to heal people. Maybe discover a new medicine nobody's discovered before to cure cancer or AIDS. Or maybe give up our time and say we're not going to do this for money, we're going to go out to Africa or Afghanistan where people are dying because of poor sanitary conditions, and we're going to fix it. We're going to help save these people's lives for the sake of Allah. The amazing thing is there's many people from Britain and America who are doing this, and they're not Muslims. But what they're doing is a teaching of Islam. And all of this is going back to this Nur-e Muhammad that was the very first thing created. And the Nur-e Muhammad actually runs through everything in the creation. Because Allah created everything from the Nur-e Muhammad. The sun, the earth, each of us. And each of us has been blessed as being part of this ummah. But we also have a speck of the Nur Muhammad, a spot of light in our hearts. And the more zikr we do, the more praise we do for Allah, the better Muslims we become. This light expands until eventually our hearts become hearts of nur, hearts of light. And then the people who are really like this are like lighthouses. And they, you know, like a lighthouse, it stops the ships crashing on the rocks. When I went to China, there was a mosque I visited, built by a Sahabi, Sayyid ibn Abi Waqqas. This mosque called Weishing Mosque, you can go and visit it if any of you ever go to China. It's in the city called Guangzhou. It's not far from Hong Kong, probably a few hours drive. And this mosque has a minaret that used to be used as a lighthouse. And for this reason, the mosque is nicknamed the Lighthouse Mosque. What a beautiful name, what a beautiful idea. The minaret was used as a lighthouse to stop the ships from crashing on the sea, crashing on the rocks, and keep them safe when they're at sea. Shouldn't all our mosques be like lighthouses? The whole concept of light, stopping ships from crashing upon rocks, is like the light of Islam, the light of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That when we fall in love with this, when we recognize this, then we don't crash upon the rocks of life and don't fall into troubles ourselves, but instead be able to guide our friends, our family of course first, and then our friends and our community, so that they too don't crash upon the rocks. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is known as the Rahmatul lil Alameen, and he's known as the Rahmatul lil Alameen for a very good reason. He's the mercy to all of the creation, to everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. And if we look, this principle, the Nur Muhammad that was created in the beginning, and you see this light shining through all the creation, you see after Muhammad came into this world and was born as a baby, this light entered this world even stronger than before. And you see learning increased. And ignorance and jahiliyyah were cast away. And they've never returned to quite the extent of what they were then. Even if today we think we're living in a time of jahiliyyah, compared to the time that Muhammad ﷺ was living in, it's nowhere near. But still, we should be striving to make sure this jahiliyyah never returns. And we ourselves should improve ourselves and help to spread this light of Muhammad ﷺ to all the ends of the world. And we can only do that by doing jihad on our nafs and asking Allah to fill our hearts with this nur. And then inshallah, we ourselves will become small mercies to mankind. Not the rahmatul lil alameen like Rasulullah, but like small mercies. And this is what the Muslim community should be. And if we return to this, nobody will be able to say the things of what they are saying today. They will be praising. And they will not just be praising, they will want to be like us. Just like when that Sahabi went to Morocco with his slave, who he treated like his own brother. And whenever he bought a shirt, he bought him the same shirt. Whenever he ate and fed from the same plate as his slave. This person wasn't his slave, he was his brother. But he was probably his slave before they entered into Islam. And then afterwards they stayed together like brothers, and when they went to Morocco, even though the Moroccan people did not speak Arabic at that time, they kind of signaled to him, please, you are so beautiful, we want to be like you. And because of this couple of people, when they went to Morocco, how many people entered into Islam? Today Morocco is a Muslim country and has been for a very long time. And inshallah, in a similar way, if we do jihad on our nafs, if we fight our evil desires in our ego, and we ask Allah to fill us with light, we too will have a similar effect on those around us. May Allah bless you all. And Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum.